What's up, ticket holders? Your boy J3 here today.
Going to Joe Genji.
Sadler Ward in the building.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate that. You know,
y'all.
This is some big stuff right here. This is when we're gonna watch this 16-second teaser trailer.
It's alright.
However, we will discuss afterwards.
Can't wait.
Me and Ronan are big monster movie fans. Sad is what you call it? You just
I'm a movie fan, man, but I came up with all this good stuff.
Word. Okay.
Universal movie monsters.
That's how it starts.
We want them. We want to know where you stand. We rather go into some movie shit with this one, man, because I'm a big fan of monster movies.
Oh yeah.
I like the originals. I like the origins. They're not too dark. They're fun, and they still have a little thriller to it. Yeah. It's more of a thriller fun than horror and gore.
Yeah.
So that's why I really appreciate the old style monster movies.
It's fantasy.
Yeah.
I came up on that creature double feature, and then we had this lady called Stella, the Mistress of the Night. Elvira.
Mistress of the Dark, yes.
The something from Manioc. The Mistress from Manioc or something like that. I live right by Manioc growing up. So, yeah, she's dope.
Elvira, she's still doing that thing, too.
She's still around, yeah.
She's still got the makeup.
Titties still big, but they're some lumpy motherfuckers, like lumpy ass
90-year-old jugs.
Shit is done. But they was in when they was in. Dig, but I heard Dolly Parton.
Elvira, man.
Elvira?
Yeah. I don't know something about that country voice. But anyway,
that's what's up though.
I'm working 9 to 5. But let's get into this Mummy official teaser trailer. Now these are real teaser trailers.
Yeah.
16 seconds. That's a teaser trailer.
That's a teaser.
Let's go.
I saw her. She is real.
How's Russell Crowe? Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday.
Wow.
Sophia Boutella looks awesome as the new Mummy.
Bruh, if you guys don't know who she is, she's off of Kingsman Secret Service.
Yeah.
She's cute. I didn't like her bob she had, like the little over thing, but she looks good.
She was good at Star Trek too.
What kind of mummy she gonna be though?
I don't know. Like it kind of looked like a cross between the Creeper and something like. It was weird. Like they tried to modernize it and they threw in little like ancient monsters.
Cause she didn't look like the typical mummy.
Nah.
You dig? She looked like some demonic mummy or
That's crazy.
How hot was that scene with the eyeball?
Word, right?
That was crazy.
Like what kind of mummy is she?
I like that we got a female mummy though. That's pretty dope though.
I didn't expect that at all.
I like that.
Like
twist it up a bit. That's cool.
What?
I think there's gonna be a new spin. I think they're kind of gonna go into that ancient mystery of it because it's gonna be set in modern times, but we're gonna see stuff from the past that happened.
The good thing with this, and I'm gonna talk about my gripe with the teaser trailer. We can't judge this too much until we see the trailer, and we can't judge the trailer too much until we see the movie. But we can throw in what we think about this. However, Tom Cruise is in this thing. Russell Crowe's also in this thing.
And you know who he is, right?
Who is he?
Dr. Jekyll.
Wait, who?
Russell
Crowe?
He's Dr. Jekyll.
You fucking lying.
No.
You gonna have me come with a Brooklyn fucking accent and shit. Fuck. He's Dr. Jekyll.
And he's in there, so.
Hey. All right. Yes. Now I'm not gonna get too excited yet. Yeah. But anyway. So, Russell Crowe.
I'm a big Russell Crowe fan, so that's pretty
awesome. I like Russell Crowe. I don't give a fuck how much of a dick he is. As long as he's not a dick to me.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe is like Deadshot, man. He don't miss.
He missed in Noah.
Yeah, virtuosity, man. Throwback.
That nigga missed. That nigga missed me with a freaking.
He played one of the most coolest villains. He played a computer virus that translated into the real world. The one where Denzel was hunting him down. Virtuosity movie was tight.
Hey, he was tight in Good Guys too.
Oh yeah,
what was it? Good
Great
Guys?
movie.
It was Good Guys. Good.
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. Great.
So
film.
Good.
Freaking Keith Davis and shit. That shit was tight. But
Keith Davis was the suit wearing crazy guy. I loved him in that.
So good.
But this mummy looks different.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about is this gonna be Egyptian mummy, because the last mummy, it was an Asian mummy, and it was whack.
Oh,
with Jet Li,
the Dragon Emperor. I don't even remember that one. Yeah,
I remember every bit of that garbage. I would, if she's an Egyptian mummy who was, they put a twist to her, because in the Mummy with Brandon Fraser, which I have to give it the code. This one, that's a good ass fucking movie.
Part 1 was great.
Part 1 was good. Part 2 wasn't that bad. Nah. It was just The Rock and the CG and shit kind of threw it off.
Terrible.
But in that kid, fucking hate children, man. Why you getting this kid in my thing? You know that kids give me bad luck. Get this kid the fuck out of here. You remember that sign say? Ray's place. Fucking kid stays. Anyway, I like that shit. But if she has to be Egyptian.
Didn't you? I thought I seen the helicopters going through the desert when they was going. It seemed like they was going looking for her. When you seen the tomb around the sand, you see.
Yeah. So if she's one of those, if she's an epic ass mummy, like I think the way she looks like she was casted out for being evil or something.
Right.
So that could be tight.
It could be a revenge factor, or it could be a peacekeeping or a powerful, rage thing where she's kind of coming up and she's trying to bring, I guess, light to what her family was trying to do in that past. So it could be different reasons. It could be a moral thing, or it could be a revenge thing, or it could be just power.
But it said God and monsters.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this
Tom
chick
Cruise
was a
could be
god.
like an agency, or he could be like an archaeologist hunting it down, or he knew about it, found some information. So it's like it could be many subplots going on in there.
I think she was a god, bruh.
Could be.
Why do they wrap them anyway? To preserve them for the future? Like I forgot how that works.
For to preserve them, but they use that, but then they use certain techniques, like they put the gold on the eyes and stuff for money to get yourself through the second passage, and they get.
Isn't it like a sacrifice or punishment thing that they do?
Well, I don't know how she died. Her tomb looked evil as fuck. And she looked like no
creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Universal monsters, like I seen, like it looked like gills. It wasn't real gills, but it was like that.
And that Jeepers Creepers like facial thing too, like the thing coming out, then the horns coming
I'm gonna
out.
play this shit again.
It's crazy. There it is.
See
that shit. Look, I can see the Egyptian style.
The alien queen, the xenomorph.
Queen.
The xenomorph. Oh snap! Yeah, with
she might be a fucking alien.
That's crazy. Oh man,
that shit look crazy sick.
I like it. Is this gonna be PG-13? It has to be.
It has to be PG-13.
Yeah,
because they gotta introduce the whole world. But see, Tom Cruise is so epic in what he does, man. I don't see this being a bomb.
I don't either.
If you got two people signing off like Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe, I think it's always a good sign.
But bruh, this guy comes with this information saying Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll's. Now you know he finna get a Mr. Hyde, bruh.
Yes.
That's like epic.
Beginning of an era.
And then you know they gonna bring Van Helsing.
Yes. It's going down.
And if you bring Van Helsing, then you know you got it, bruh.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Bruh. Bride of Frankenstein. The Wolfman. The Invisible Man.
I don't think Invisible Man will pop these days.
Yes, he would.
He will.
You think so?
Because y'all remember, this is at a certain time frame. This is old school shit.
And it's been like 10, 15 years since they reinvented, because we had Hollow Man in 2000 and it was decent.
Hollow Man was cool, but it was too modern.
It was too modern.
You got to go to the old school.
Kevin Bacon
style.
did his thing.
Yeah,
it was good for what it was.
Yeah,
but now they're going back to that core Invisible Man.
Like
so what's the lineup for the originals? It's
Frankenstein,
Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Black Lagoon,
Invisible Man, Bride of Frankenstein,
Wolfman,
Dracula.
Oh man,
and then the Mummy. Mm-hmm. And then there was like
Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
You got Van Helsing coming back.
Van Helsing, yeah.
And then you have
Creature from the Black Lagoon. We said.
Yeah. You got Van Helsing. You have League of Extraordinary Gentlemen might show back up again.
And you had the thing. I don't know if that counts, but he was part of that era.
If you bring League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and you do it right,
Dorian Gray and oh man,
we got some good shit.
Might be the beginning of an era, like I said.
Well, they gotta make a universe. They gotta make
monsters.
They're not gonna sit on all those great properties and not.
Yes, they will. It's called Warner Brothers.
Yeah. But this is Universal. Universal. They keep their stuff intact. They do.
Because the Mummy was Universal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that. And the 2010 Wolfman was great.
I thought it was good. A lot of people didn't like it.
Man, that was a good remake. And then Rick Baker's special effects with the creature. Oh gosh.
I actually like that one.
Del Toro was a good Wolfman.
He really was.
Gilman.
But, I will kill all of you. When they had him in the incarceration and they were gonna execute him live, and he broke out of that chair.
He can't miss either though.
He's tight. He looks like a wolf. He was haunting, man.
Yeah, and
he was tight.
The funniest part was his dad, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Man, he was all little wolf and shit, looking like little ape and shit, running around.
And we were still waiting for that sequel, man, because the detective got turned when that full moon came out. He got scratched.
Right.
Yeah,
the curse continues it.
The problem was, I think the audience wasn't ready for it. Del Toro wasn't a big star yet. Anthony Hopkins is a great star, but he's not the star for that type of movie.
Gotcha.
To push that audience to go see that movie.
That's what it was.
And I think that's why they got a bad rap.
Yeah.
But this dude right here, TC.
This dude right here,
Tom Cruise, is the man.
Yeah.
He is the man, the myth, the legend. Sorry, Cole, but this is the truth.
It's been a while since he's been a part of a project like this because, he, did the thing with Spielberg, The War of the Worlds. So now he's dipping into monster territory. That was alien invasion stuff. Now he gets to, he explore his creativity and do some more fun stuff. Because I know, when Tom Cruise is in the movie, usually he's like a producer involved. Mm-hmm. So he probably has some say-so as far as like story and things like that.
I think, honestly, if they do this reboot, we got some good shit happening, man. You can get like Jai Courtney to play Frankenstein, bro.
Yeah, it might be a saving grace for him,
bro. You can get that. Yeah. You can get like you can flip the Creature of the Black Lagoon around. You know what I'm saying? You can throw in Dracula. You can get almost anybody play Dracula, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but you have a lot of stars that are coming up right now that can play certain roles like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I think Hugh Jackman would be if he's willing to really do some shit and really be good, he'd be a good Dracula.
That'd be fun to watch.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he'd be a cool Dracula.
He's a Broadway actor.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a Broadway character.
Thespian shit.
That's theatrical. Yeah. Dracula all day.
I think, you know what I mean? And from them put a woman as the mummy. Yeah. I think that's dope right there. Yeah, that's tight. And what about Invisible Man? You got to make him a man. But dude, who voiced better to play a role like that? That's some Denzel Washington shit or something. Some Lawrence Fishburne playing Invisible Man. Like, if you can get the voices on point. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, this universe.
You're killing me.
Like, I think honestly.
Denzel as the Invisible Man. Can you imagine that movie?
No, my imagination is that I can't see a black
crazy. I mean, like, I'm with you. Like, he's never done anything like that before. Like, and then to see him do that, that's almost kind of like superhero territory. From Denzel's kind of the serious. I'm trying to.
As I'm saying,
Oscar kind of caliber. But when you say Denzel Washington, Invisible Man, that already is like, that's a ticket. I will buy a ticket.
And you got to get the right director with Denzel because you can't let. But see, that's the thing. We don't have to see Denzel's face.
Right, but you said voice, and
his voice.
Then I'm saying that actor and that character. That's iconic to me.
Because in Magnificent Seven, he was Denzel Washington.
Right.
But I always thought he had a dope voice. I just thought, hold on.
Who's doing Fences right now?
He's directing it.
Hello? Fences, he's directing it.
And the guy that wrote the play, August Wilson, he wrote the script.
He wrote it, but who is starring in it?
Viola Davis, and that's his co-star. And then Michael Eddie Williamson, he's also in it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all check that out? Did y'all do that trailer?
We did.
How was it?
I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you read the play?
I watched the play. I didn't read it.
But you saw it?
Yeah. I watched the 2010 remake that they did and the 87 one.
You think it'll translate to the film?
Oh yeah, I think that's kind of the best way to do it, to kind of catch modern audiences. The play was kind of in your face, like hard hitting too.
Okay.
Just seeing a father grill his son, but I think with a movie, it's gonna hit even harder because it's gonna be like live, and then it's gonna be like a theatrical experience, so everybody's gonna be feeling it at the same time.
What's your favorite out of the Universal monsters? What's your favorite? You said you go back and you rewatch them sometimes.
Oh man,
they got a classic pack for like $60 where you can get them all.
Oh, I got them on Blu-ray at the house, and then I got the remakes too. That I picked up all of them, and then I got a book that talks about the franchise and everything in the Universal monsters. But as far as like favorite, I'm gonna probably have to go with the Wolfman.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Wolfman's
all awesome. The crazy makeup and the older dude.
Yeah. And then, like, I'll probably go with some stuff outside of that Universal franchise. I guess it was Universal. I'm not too sure, but don't quote me on this. But I love the original Thing from Another World, the 1951 Howard Hawks movie. Mm-hmm. The movie that got John Carpenter to do a remake because he was a big fan of the original Thing from Another World. But what was different about his version of the Thing was that it was based off the Scott W. Campbell book called Who Goes There. His was more faithful to the actual novel, so he focused more on the paranoia side of like the alien cocooning a human being. He focused more on the paranoia. The original was more fantasy, and the reason I was so in love with the original Thing was because my mom was a big fan of Gunsmoke, and the guy that played the Thing was the star Gunsmoke, James Arnaz.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit! Like he's an outlaw, and he's like a monster. Like this is dope. Like
yeah.
So that was kind of like my introduction to him. Like, and then him just being a cowboy in Gunsmoke. And that's a good show too. So just James Arnaz being a monster doing his thing, man. And that was kind of like my introduction to like makeup and monsters and things like that. And I just love the whole world of like monsters kind of playing the anti-hero figure, them being misunderstood, not necessarily being bad, but bad because we don't understand them.
That's how I
and
want to write.
They're created.
As a writer, like you should be able, if you do a strong story, it's one of the things me and J3 talk about.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a strong story, you should be able to flip that story and tell it from the other point of view.
Absolutely.
And still, it's like a debate.
Right.
Just have valid arguments. And that's the key thing about these monster movies is like, you look at it from one side and they're bad. But you look at it from their point of view and they're not bad. They're just trying to survive.
Right? And they were people at one point. They have hearts. They have souls. They have morals.
Even Dracula, was he a person at one point?
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. I got a crazy idea and I hope we get a chance to see it in our lifetime. I would like to see directors, right, battle. Same movie. Like, I'm just putting out two directors, Spike Lee and John Singleton. Not them two directors, but I'm just naming two. And they both had the same budget and they make the same movie, same script.
Oh, that's dope.
It's a dope idea, right?
Yes, that is.
The same script, and they bring their own nuances to it and put them in the same theater at the same time, and people can go compare. Because sometimes you see a movie and it's like, wow, you go see it again because you didn't get enough.
Right.
Would that be deep?
You just blew my mind right now. It's funny that you said John Singleton because I was just thinking John Singleton right now. I was
just watching Four Brothers.
Great movie. I would love to see John Singleton dip into the world of science fiction. Wow. I know he can do it. He's one of those versatile directors that he has a very good depiction of the hood and stuff, but he knows how to represent blacks in different genres. You know what I mean? And I'll give you an example of another black filmmaker.
You know what though?
Antoine Fuqua. He can do different genres. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He dips into different genres, and I really like that because it shows like our creativity and our expansion of our mind and stuff instead of just making the typical, movies that we are so used to and known for watching. Like Antoine Fuqua can dip into he can give you a boxing drama, then he can give you a political spy thriller, then he can give you a western, and then he can give you another drama like a coming of age story or something like that. And then he could do like conspiracy theory type of thing. John Singleton can bring urban style and urban attitude to different genres.
To a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Dope.
And it'd be kind of dope because John Singleton, I've talked to him a few times. He's actually came to my job. And just hearing what he had to say was unique, man. He reads comic books. Like, he's into fantasy and stuff. And it just kind of boggled my mind that he never really tapped into those kind of projects.
Wow.
Because I know that back in the day, I know he was in the running for Luke Cage when there was going to be a film.
Really?
They were trying to do it. And then I don't know if he had the gig to do a horror film, but they tapped him to do some type of monster movie. I can't remember what it was. But it was a rumor, though. But I just remember, back when the internet was starting to boom, you would read the articles and stuff like that. So it was interesting, the projects that were going to happen or what if. It was kind of like a what if scenario, but they never officially happened. But you look at the scripts that was thrown his way, and it's like, man, what if he did get his hands on that? Like, we got a John Singleton directed Marvel movie or a John Singleton directed monster film. That'd be crazy.
His film office is just a few blocks away on Crenshaw.
Yeah,
you should run up in there and see what they talking about.
And I remember seeing his directorial debut, man, and then just knowing that he was 23 when he made Boys in the Hood. Can you imagine what he can do in his prime right now in a genre like this?
That's him. That was him learning the craft, huh?
Right.
Getting used to them budgets.
Coming straight out of USC.
Wow. And now he's talking to kids at USC. He goes back and speaks to the kids about film, obviously. That's what I love about talking to you, Joe. It's like Ronan Joe Genji is like walking film school, on the fly.
I appreciate that, man.
You'll get facts that you never imagined.
I try to be, man. Like, it's cool. I love when we get to talk about it and react to stuff like this because I get to spread that knowledge, man. Like I always say on our episodes, I like to bring awareness to our ticket holders, especially when they come to our channel. You're gonna get fed knowledge and news and stuff like that, especially movie related. Because we watch film.
React, just it's more than that.
It's huge, man. And then like monsters is my thing, man. This is a genre I love, and you hear like directors like Steven Spielberg, man, John Carpenter, David Cronenberg, that watch stuff like this as we did, and these movies right here are the reason they exist today because they were inspired by these movies, man, and then they got to do that and then kind of pay homage to that. So it was dope. Like, this director over here made this, and then he sparked something and said, I'm gonna do it, and then that director did this and said, I'm gonna make that movie. It's just like an ongoing thing. And Monsters was the beginning of that.
These are the movies that built these studios built.
These are the fathers, the groundwork.
This is the pillar that built
this is
that
the pinnacle.
Yeah, so they can't mess.
This is the Mount Rushmore of like horror. This is like the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? But it was fantasy and it was like drama. And like J3 said, it wasn't too dark. But it felt that because we didn't understand those characters, like just seeing how they exist and how they survived, like you said. It's just like a whole 360 thing, man. So you get a perspective on everything. Good guy, bad guy, yeah. Anti-hero. Oh, for sure. But I gotta ask you, man, what was your favorite monster movie growing up? Like, who was your favorite character out of the universe?
You know what? Scary wise?
Yeah.
Alright, so I was intrigued with the whole Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, because you did feel bad for him. Like, Duke is like,
he's very sympathetic.
It's crazy how everybody was freaking out. So it reminds me of the whole Marvel X-Men situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Xavier versus Magneto's opinion. And I rock with Magneto first and foremost, but I dig where Charles is coming from at the same time.
Right.
And like when you see a monster like Frankenstein, and then he didn't ask to be made, he took all this crazy stuff, and he was just misunderstood.
Yeah.
but also, I could delve into Dracula for days, man.
Oh yeah, Dracula.
You know, he got the illest backstory, and you know what I mean, like the castle and the powers and.
Yeah, his whole beginning, his whole existence is so unique, and his incarnation, because he's got a lot of different takes on it than the Bram Stoker one from '92. Love
Dracula. You like the Bram? Which was your favorite Dracula movie?
Whew, man, I'm gonna have to go with Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992, and I like that director just off the back. Like
Francis
you
Ford
can go down his list,
yes,
and the man is just fire.
Yeah.
I recently just picked up Apocalypse Now on Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, just picked it up. They had the deluxe edition and stuff.
Debut of Larry Fishburne.
Yeah, and then that was
his first movie. What was he like? 17 or 14 in that movie? Little babyface Larry.
And remember the one with Gene Hackman, The Conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Francis Ford Coppola, man.
Wow.
Yeah, good movie. So it was kind of cool to see him dip into that, because Bram Stoker is like a really good writer in the fantasy vampire genre. So I think he took that and took it to another level. Not so much by modernizing it, but he directed it in a modern era, but still keeping it classic and like ancient, like old folk style storytelling. Like he kept it like old school, but it was made in a modern time. So people kind of confused that with like, he made it modern. But no, he made it in a modern era of movie making. But the story was still contained in classic to his monstrous roots. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. You might know this. So, is Dracula? I heard Dracula was like Abraham Lincoln. Like, he's so well known that he's public domain. Like anybody can write a Dracula script if they want and put something out there. Is that true?
I feel so. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
because he's public domain at this point.
Yeah. Wow. He's a well-rounded character, and he's universal, pun intended. But yeah, he's definitely he's that pinnacle. Like he's that figure, man. When you think monsters, yeah, Dracula like automatically comes up. He's that vampire mythos. Like he's the first you think of when you think vampire. You think Dracula. But I want to give credit and respect to the other classic vampire, Nosferatu, man. The very first silent film, the original from 1922.
With the ears and all that.
So good. I actually got to watch that film a while back, and it's pretty frightening, man.
Before the talkies, as
the
they
silent film era, it's creepy, man. We're spoiled, like you hear stuff, but when you don't hear and you just have visuals and music, it was a different experience though. And I like how they did it, because they had a special a couple years ago back on Bravo TV on cable.
Okay.
It was called the 100 Scariest Movie Moments of All Time. And I recommend you watch it. You can find it on YouTube. Really? Somebody had it on their channel. It's chopped up into 4 episodes.
Scariest movie moments of all time.
Nosferatu was on there. I forgot what number it was. But just me being a movie fan and a horror fan, I watched that series over and over. And it was a traditional thing. They would play like every year. I went down that list to see what movies I hadn't seen and what movies I missed and which movies I owned, all 1 through 100, and I think out of the 100, I only were missing 20.
What?
Yeah. So it's just like, when you get information like that, you want to grab onto it like, damn, that was scary. What movie was this? And then I did my homework and then I went out and bought the stuff, man. That's kind of what I do. So it's like, it's homework without it feeling like homework. It's just me naturally wanting to know what else is out there because I'm so hungry for new things and like horror, action, sci-fi, just other things. Like even in other countries, like what are they doing in Italy? I like Italian horror. What are they doing in Germany?
Right when the Ring was over there. Then
I love Japanese horror, and the remake was good. Like the one with Naomi Watts, they did a great job with that. It was so
good that people went back to watch the Japanese
because it still felt international.
Two directors with the same plot.
It wasn't them trying to be Japanese. It was Hollywood taking something that was beloved and then translating it to a way American audiences could understand. Like it still felt culture,
custom cut for our culture right over here,
and it was cool. Man, like horror is so good because it just kind of opened up different aspects of storytelling and drama, suspense. Because with horror, you know, everyone can relate to being afraid or being feared or something happening or just overachieving or overcoming something that you didn't think that you can win a ongoing battle. So it can go different directions, man. It can be like monster, it can be supernatural, it can be thriller. But horror comes in all shapes and sizes and frames, and that's what's so unique to the genre for me.
Like the Blob.
Yeah, like being scared is cool, but it's like I like characters and I like that suspense of like, oh, what's gonna...
Did you rock with those B movies? Like the Blob and the Fly?
Oh yeah, the Fly. I love the remake.
Not the Fly, but wasn't it one where giant flies or giant tarantulas were
they
coming
had
to the
that
city?
One. Was the Alfred Hitchcock? Well, he did the birds.
He did the birds crashing into the windows and all. That was real scary.
That was good stuff.
Those B movies was something crazy too, right?
Yeah, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
I
love those. And then even the terrible Ed Wood movies that they did. And then Tim Burton did a biopic on actual Ed Wood. I love that movie.
I never saw that biopic.
Amazing.
Really?
Yes, Tim Burton, man, doing what he does best. When him and Johnny Depp are together, they collaborate. And it's funny that we're getting onto that too because Johnny Depp is also in this Universal Monster Shared Universe.
How could they do it without him?
Invisible Man.
He is?
Yes.
That would be that's who you saying should be the Invisible Man.
I think he's gonna be the Invisible Man. His name came up a few times.
Are you serious?
Yes. So they're getting legit top-notch A-class actors.
Johnny Depp is probably one of the most prolific actors.
I think people got fatigued with seeing him as Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean.
But prior to that,
there's never an excuse to mistake great talent. He's a great actor. You put him in a role like this, he will remind people that, hey, I'm still tight.
Did you see when he was the butcher?
Yes.
And eating people, the barber. What was that movie called? I forget.
Oh, Sweeney Todd?
Yes.
Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Yes.
Good movie.
He's strong.
He's a strong actor, man. I just feel like he's kind of, I'm not going to say phoning it in, but he's, everyone wants that easy check once in a while where they don't have to do as much. What's up, man?
You missed a lot. We went everywhere.
Yeah.
I wish Ronan Joe Genji was with me 10 years ago. I had this job where we shared the office with Fangoria magazine.
Stop. I used to read them in high school. They were all sitting around.
They had crazy stuff. And you know me, I'm scary, so I'm scared of everything over there. I didn't even go to that side. Yeah. But I know Ronan Joe probably would have been sitting there talking to them all day.
Yes.
So all right, because I had to take care of my kid, but proud father. What
Good job. Good job.
What I miss? Because I heard y'all talking. I didn't know. Do I have to edit anything, or I can just let it play through?
Let it play through.
I think they're good. Right. I told Ronan Joe about this concept I had, like where directors battle each other with the same script and the same budget. Kind of like how they doing Fence. What's Fence? That's the Denzel Washington and James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
because James Earl Jones did it first on Broadway, then Denzel Washington did it on Broadway, and then Denzel Washington brought it on screen. No, I mean box office. I mean same time at the box office. Like either you gonna go see Francis Ford's Mummy, or you're gonna go see Martin Scorsese's Mummy.
Freak.
Same time. But that's beef though. Niggas about to get destroyed, man.
I'm about to spend my hard-earned money on both versions just so I can and then review it.
That's
Francis Ford Coppola, you killed me right now. Martin Scorsese's The Mummy. Robert De Niro better be up in that bitch still. Oh man, playing the character from Taxi Driver. Gang.
He probably be the taxi driver.
Travis Bickle going psycho.
No, I think that's cool though.
Yeah.
Like what you were saying. I know I heard you said Spike Lee and John Singleton.
John Singleton, yeah.
Ain't no competition with that. John Singleton about to destroy that nigga.
What I'm saying is,
John Singleton's a hell of a fucking director, bro.
Go ahead, yeah. It's just he missed.
But I wanted them to. I wasn't trying to battle them too. I love them both, but I would love to see two directors go head to head on the same flick, because some movies you like, damn, if so and so had that, he would have killed it.
I think that all the time.
You know what I mean?
Love it though. That's awesome.
Check out what y'all think about that idea.
Split the budget in half, let them both go at it. You know what I mean?
Two different studios, but I mean they kind of low key do that. They just don't do it at the same time.
Boxing match, winner take the purse.
Well, it's real shit though, because like they doing it with Jungle Book. They did it with Jungle Book. Disney did their version.
Now WB is about to do theirs.
And WB doing theirs.
But they out at different times.
That's what I'm saying. They out at different times. Niggas forget.
That's
Right.
crazy. That's crazy, man. I like that though. But I was saying, we were just talking about like how other directors have inspired other directors, and how there's black filmmakers out there, certain ones like I was saying, like Antoine Fuqua, who dips in the different genre. He doesn't just make the traditional black movies that we're known for watching, you know what I mean? And then like John Singleton, I said he brings urban attitude and urban like wits to different genres. You know, he knows how to represent blacks in different genres without being stereotyped.
John Singleton reads people.
Him doing a sci-fi movie would be epic to me, because I was saying that I've talked to him because he's come to my store a few times, and he's a comic book reader here, and he's into fantasy films, and it just irks me that he never really tapped into those kind of projects.
You tell him what's up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that was kind of...
He'd be like, put me on the show.
Yeah.
I want to know who he reads, who he collects. That's who I want to know.
But see, I think I'm waiting for a John Singleton movie. It's been a while, man.
I want a John Singleton sci-fi movie, man.
I think John Singleton would be good in doing a monster flick.
Yeah.
He's moving into TV. He got 3 or 4 projects coming out next year.
Yeah.
On television.
So he's doing TV now.
TV is hot right now.
TV's the new movie.
Because you get more, now the time frames are changing, things like that. Some like look at these Netflix things. You get 10 hours to tell a story versus 2 hours.
It's dope.
It's like somebody cooking you a meal. You rather somebody microwave it or they really take their time.
That's a good ass way of looking at it too. What else y'all catch up?
And then we talked about Tim Burton and all that, and how he did monster movies and stuff like that, and how collaborations. We were talking about collaborations like actors and directors, and I was telling them Johnny Depp is involved in his Universal Monsters universe as well.
We both picked our favorite monster as well.
Yeah, that's
your favorite. Who's your favorite?
I went with Dracula.
You like Dracula?
Wolfman.
And he went with Wolfman.
Why you like Dracula?
Just a classic. He's the king of it all, man. He's top dog. You know what I mean? Everybody else is his.
He do get
his
the
Robins.
bitches though. He do
his
get the
night.
bitches though.
The women love Dracula.
Oh. Do you remember? Remember we were talking about Nosferatu?
Mm-hmm.
They did a remake of it. It was called Shadow of the Vampire, where William Dafoe played Nosferatu, and the story was that he was so into character he believed he was a vampire, and he was going around eating people on the set.
I heard something.
And Nicolas Cage produced that movie.
Who,
this
William
was
Dafoe?
it was 2001.
Well, he's playing a person that was eating people.
Yeah, he
back
played
in the
Nosferatu,
early 1900s, right?
the vampire from 1922, the silent film era.
Okay.
They did it was a story about the guy who played him, and he played F. Murray.
Method acting.
The director. Like he was an actor director, and it was kind of like a satire biography.
So this dude. So you telling me, right?
In makeup,
This guy,
white, pale face.
You know I'm finna look this shit up.
Shadow of the Vampire, 2000.
So this dude goes and says, "I'm really a vampire, and I'm finna eat the girl."
He got. You heard the expression "getting lost in the character."
Mm-hmm.
He became that character.
It's like them narcs, like Johnny. What was his name, dude?
What was it called?
Dude was
Shadow of the Vampire.
That dude that was a narc.
You say action. I'm not Ronan Joe Genji no more. I'm a vampire. That's what he did.
And people stay in character for months, depending on how long they shoot the film, to the point where he got to keep believing that and never break character the whole time.
So I come up to the set and we're eating people from the kickback. Like that's what he was doing.
Who was that,
in
Johnny?
real life, in the nigga got, who was the dude? All right, he plays.
That's him.
Yeah, John Malkovich played F.W. Murray. Yeah.
Okay. And so
and Willem Dafoe played the actor Max Schreck. Yeah.
Max Schreck is the one who thought he was a vampire.
Right.
All right, so we
Like
about to look up.
when people go undercover too long, they start thinking they drug dealers. They willing to do anything to stay in.
You already know, man. One of the best actors of all time, Lawrence Fishburne.
And that was the one that inspired that original movie. But that was a pretty good one because it was kind of telling the story from both sides: the man behind the camera and the man in front of the camera. And that was also a Universal project too.
Oh, okay. This nigga is really the vampire dude.
Yeah.
And that goes along with
was
the
a
legend
German
of the
actor
movie.
best known for his lead role as vampire Count Warlord. For the film.
You gonna give him the graphic when you show it back? Let me see.
I might show that's a scary nigga though.
He looked like a vampire.
Alright, so
And William Dafoe played him in the new movie.
he died in 36. So what they do? Slay
Or
his
did
nigga?
he?
Right.
Sequel.
When past
You're
that
welcome,
point,
Universal.
I said Shrek Return to Slay.
Yes. Thank you, J3. See, you always spark that.
Make the check to J3.
Max Shrek
Entertainment.
returns. That's all you need.
He died of heart
IMAX.
failure. But where does it say he was eating people? Personal life. He was eating people. Let me see. Shrek is married to an actress, Fanny Norman, who appeared in a few films and credit. One of Shrek's. You know what I'm saying? He didn't eat nobody.
Listen there.
That was just a story in the movie.
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah.
But I thought it was based off a true event.
Man.
Nah, I'm just saying, because I like that kind of shit. I love that shit. So
I'm just going off the storyline in the movie though, but
okay,
maybe there is because a lot of people know like his life was kind of like a conspiracy mystery though.
Because you would think if he was eating people, that nigga would have got convicted of eating niggas.
But stuff like that did happen. Like a lot of those like great movies we love are inspired by notorious killers from the past. So
Actors
Ed
already
Gein,
crazy as an actor. I tell you, I know it.
I have found out.
the only reason we got Alfred Hitchcock Cycle is because of Ed Gein.
Well, Alfred Hitchcock is on right now. I was actually watching that.
He was into his mom that much?
Yeah. And Ed Gein Norman Bates was inspired by Ed Gein. Yeah.
All right, so
He's mom's boy, and then he took that love too far.
He has that iconic walk in every school horror movie.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if Jay watched it yet, but he said he used to watch that stuff when he used to go to the library. It was a silent film, man. I said it was a different experience when you're just looking at visuals and music.
It's always good.
Crazy.
The bad thing is the editing sucks, so you kind of
It's
fall
just
out
kind
of
of
it.
choppy and grainy.
Like, man, damn, man, look at this weak shit. Nigga, that ain't real. You can. All right, so I gotta watch The Shadow of the Vampire. So it's basically based off that actual movie.
Yeah, and that actor. Yeah.
Based off that actor.
And then the movie that they were making.
So is it like because I want to get, is it a twist?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so it's a horror movie based on a what if
right.
the nigga fell in. Okay,
right.
All right. I thought it was like based on true. Because I was just watching, what's her name?
I can bring it next time I have it.
Where I want to watch it.
Yeah.
The chick that played Dorothy. I can't even think of her fucking name now. What's her name? Dorothy in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, shit.
Judy Gardner.
Yeah.
Right? And Liza Minnelli's dad, she walked in on this nigga effing straight fucking the black chauffeur.
Dang.
What?
Bruh. I was like, what?
Cold-blooded.
That shit crazy. I'm like, how many dollars he passed up that nigga? But no, because that shit be happening in Hollywood. Hollywood be having some dark shit. Like today,
that's a movie right there.
This morning, I was before I was getting ready for work. My girl was watching I Love Lucy, and you know me, when I see shit like that old school stuff, I'll be like, man, I wonder what happened. But I told her, I was like, the crazy thing about this whole episode, ain't none of these niggas alive. So then I go and look it up, and like none of them lived past. They never made it to 80.
Wow.
They all died off some bullshit. Like
the Poltergeist cast.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like Ethel died of cancer. Ricky died of cancer. Fred died of a heart attack.
Dang.
Due to having surgery after prostate cancer. Lucy, the only one, died of a broken heart. That's literally, the shit happened. She died of a broken fucking heart.
I think we watched that documentary. Yeah.
No, this was just watching I Love Lucy. I was just looking on Wikipedia today, but I did watch the documentary.
About that, she was with the other guy because she didn't want to be alone. Like
Lucy died. She loved Desi Arnaz so much. This is what they say. And when I say they, those that are close to her, loved her so much. He loved her so much, and when he passed away, she was crushed. She lived a couple years after it, but it just kind of got to her, and then she died of a broken heart.
Dang, that's crazy. Now, when a man dies, a lot of times they'll say, okay, so the woman might go longer, but if you with a woman a long time and a woman goes, a lot of time the man goes right after.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, man.
And it's true about that Bond shit. But it's crazy though. Back in the day, man, a lot of them niggas they was on some mysterious shit.
Man.
Because you got to remember, wasn't no social media.
Right.
For real.
Just nice camera and publicity. That was it.
This discussion be going everywhere.
That's what we do, man.
So
it's a horror world out there.
My favorite monster though is going to be Wolfman.
Oh,
Wolfman too.
Yeah.
The reason why Wolfman ain't fucked up every day. And when he ain't fucked up, he still got his strength and powers. You can't beat that. My nigga, he goes at a full moon. He knows his boundaries. He knows if he has to put himself away so he won't hurt the ones he loves. He's not disfigured. And he got the swag and everything that comes with it. That nigga could be a basketball player if he wanted to. He has his abilities. Man. I like things like that that's why I'm a big fan of Captain Marvel. He says Shazam, boom, Shazam. I'll go back to Billy Batson if I want to be a kid today. I like shit like that. With Dracula, he can't go outside. He a night nigga. Frankenstein fucked up.
I'm a night dude too myself, so.
But so is Wolfman. But I have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Creature of Black Lagoon. It's some monster nigga shit. Invisible Man. He can't be seen. That shit'll drive me mad. Like, bruh, man. I'm walking out naked. And niggas can't see it. This is crazy. I throw powder on my body and shit. You know what I mean? Frankenstein. Oh, but I want to live. He's all retired and shit, man. Dracula get the broads and stuff, but that's cool. But it's always at night. He can never enjoy the sun touching his face. But Wolfman can.
But he got that eternity though.
And Wolfman don't die.
Yeah, it's true.
He's forever.
Yeah.
He ages very slow.
But he do age.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of life. When you live forever, man, that shit drives you mad. It will. Everybody, especially if you fall in love with someone. You fall in love with someone, like you said, men fall in love with women, then you watch her die. You watch her get old while you stay young. And then she dies and you're like, fuck, I can't even die. Now I gotta find another beach.
So yeah. That's why Cap outlived so many chicks. He should be bitter. I think he will be. That's why Dracula's so, you know.
But Captain America is bitter. Captain America, that's why he dies. That nigga Captain America got issues, bro. They just don't show that shit. He got problems, man. That shit, dude, I talked to a dude on the bus. I'll tell a story, but I'll never forget. I had a Bluetooth in my ear. I was probably like 16 or something. Well, no, I was a little older than that. I was about 19 years old, Bluetooth in my ear. I was on the bus, and this dude he hey, young blood, what's that in your ear, man? I was like, it's a Bluetooth. Where you been, in jail? Yeah.
Dang.
I just got out of 15 years.
Dang.
I'm like, fuck. Can you imagine how you felt? I'm surprised you didn't try to shank me or something. Like, that shit get to you, man.
Yeah.
Like, you out of touch with everything.
Everything. So,
Captain America's fuck, man.
They
need to show them rehab, them therapy sessions he be having, because, man,
don't do no online banking.
That nigga, banking, man. Niggas was just robbing banks with a mask and a gun. Yeah, give me your money, see?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Here's 3 pieces of silver, Cap. Thanks for the good day's work.
Damn,
I could do this all day.
Yeah, it's nothing. Can you imagine he used to go to McDonald's when they had real cheeseburgers and shit?
And Civilized.
What is this?
When they ordered
White Castle burger these niggas giving me and shit now. Man, what is this shit? McDonald's.
I would like some fries with that.
People be like, back in my day.
Yup.
You know, Cap be
just like that.
Tight.
Yeah, that's some crazy
old
shit.
Ass dances.
Man.
All right, before we go, though, I gotta know this. If you can bring back, since we go on a monster, they bringing that back. If you could bring back one movie and do a remake, and you got the top budget, you could do a remake of one movie. It doesn't matter if it's old, new, or nothing. Just you can
monster
do
movie.
Any movie. I prefer you go with a little action. Some give, don't be like The Color Purple. I mean, it's keep 100. But
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, hey. And he could be crunking and everything, twerking and shit. That should be funny as fuck. Yeah. That shit Bernie. Hey, but you just do one movie over, remake one movie. It could be good, it could have been bad. Just do it over and bring it back to this time. And would you think your movie be successful, or would it be a flop?
Man, I would have to do a Runaway.
Runaway?
Yeah, it was a Michael Crichton story. The guy that did Jurassic Park. He directed films back in early on in his career, and he's the guy that did Westworld movie. So he kind of did stuff like that, and it was basically a techno thriller about this company that was creating microbots and spider bots and smart bullets. And there was this terrorist that was running the city, and he, I guess, was trying to build this organization from the ground up. And they had this police team called the Runaway Squad that would go down and hunt down these bots that would go bad and go sour.
Word.
And they were, I guess,
iRobot though.
Kind of in a way, but it was a little before its time though. It was a little dated thing, but the idea was cool. I think now, with the tech world that we're in now, you can really expand on that.
Word.
But they were basically these criminals that had the tech, doing the criminal deeds for them. Like you literally like shoot your gun, and it would turn the corner. It was a smart bullet with your name on it.
Tight.
And it wouldn't stop until it hit you. And then when it hit you, it would go through and explode you.
That's some blue shell shit off of Mario Kart.
Wow.
Like they literally captured it, and the guy from Magnum P.I. was like the main guy, Tom Selleck.
Okay.
He was the guy that was part of the Runaway Squad, and the girl from Cheers was in it, Kirstie Alley. Mm-hmm. She was in cahoots. Yeah, she was in cahoots with the bad guy.
Jenny Craig chick.
Yeah. And the guy from the rock group Kiss played the villain. He was acting. Gene Simmons played the villain, and he was dope. He played the bad guy that was running this corporation where they was creating these spider bots and stuff.
Oh wow.
And they would like jump on you and like shoot acid in your throat. It was very 80s, but the shit was tight.
Tight.
It was called Runaway. Like I would remake that.
Do you think that movie be successful right now though?
Yeah, I think so, because people like tech stories, and it's a techno action thriller though, man.
Gotcha.
And then a little bit of you can throw some sci-fi in there, because again, you can really modernize that. Again, it was very meta and very 80s.
Gotcha.
But the concept was dope, and it was cool. Like, and it's been 20 years. I think the rule of remakes, it should be at least 20 years before we remake it. Not like 5 or 10 years. It has to have some time on it.
Yeah.
So that people forget, so that way it still feels new, even though it existed.
Yeah, I got you.
That's
kind of like how
kinda
they did the thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Sally? What's up?
It's scary, man, because sometimes I like bygones to be gone. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a really good movie, I wouldn't want to mess it up. And if it was if it was one of my favorites, I don't want to touch it because I want to leave it at that. Certain movies, you should leave alone.
So what movie would you want to make? Even though
I would probably take an anime and make it live action.
Okay.
Like, I think Akira would be dope.
Akira, that's that Alex shit.
Yes, Tetsuo.
All of them, because that's kind of a monster movie too, for real. If you think about it,
It is.
and you could tell from both angles, it wasn't really his fault. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So I think the special effects and maybe in 3D.
That would have to be in 3D, yeah.
The bikes.
The visuals, yeah.
It'd be easy to mess it up because a lot of people take that movie to heart. But if you can get it right,
it's some good shit.
You can really expand that though, because like the movie gave you a little bit much, but that I see that being a trilogy though, because you really would have to add more leverage to Akira. It's not a simple story like
movie.
that.
Yeah, you got to break it down.
That has to be expanded upon. So I think that's a franchise where you can add more elements and flavor to that.
Netflix 10 hours.
I'd be okay with that.
But Netflix got to put the money up for you to have that visual.
They got the money though.
You got that visual. That's when you get them handouts. I'm trying to do something.
It's something I'll show you when we finish the video though. But it has to do
a fan film.
Yeah. The name of the YouTube channel is called The Akira Project. It is freaking amazing.
Wow.
If I was to do a movie though, and I had to remake a movie, so much shit that you can do. You guys know I'm into superheroes and detective and all that shit. But I got two.
Oh, here we go.
You know I always got two.
Yeah, of course.
I would have to do a remake of Dick Tracy.
Let's go.
Now.
Yes.
With Warren Beatty. You know how you
Of course.
Dick Tracy. Yeah, small face, huh? See, I love that shit.
Okay.
Actually, I got three. I love that shit. But the thing is, I worry about this time of day.
Like what you were saying earlier.
Because Dick Tracy's epic. Dick Tracy is the first Batman. Like, Dick Tracy has the gadgets and the watches and the radio. He fighting, pow, boom.
Rage.
Detective work. You have funny villains. Mumble.
Justin Hoffman.
It's just funny as fuck, dude. Like, it's just tight. Baby face. He has his big face.
Al Pacino. Hammerhead. Oh, my God.
I love it.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
But this time it sucks.
Yeah. But Pope characters, you showing love to the Pope characters. I'm with it. Yeah.
That would be a passion film. However, I know one movie I know would do good, especially in this time, especially if it's done right, and that's The Crow.
Tight. Yes.
The Crow could be done right because The Crow has that Sin City, that spirit vibe.
Yeah.
It could be done.
That was the original one. Yeah.
And for the kids, we need a new Roger Rabbit. I said it.
Tight.
We need a new Roger Rabbit.
You ready for Roger
Man.
Rabbit?
We need a fucking Toon world.
That's bold.
Need to go right around
They
that
do
corner
that one.
again. Put the Animaniacs, throw all them niggas in there. CG characters and shit. The regular show, all them. Just give me a new Toontown.
Wow.
Toontown is different. It ain't what it used to be.
Wow.
There's cartoons, man. You see Ed and Eddie and shit walking by. You see SpongeBob and
Phineas and Ferb.
shit. Like, bruh, Phineas and Ferb.
Man.
Look,
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Alright.
You just see cartoons are there now, bruh.
Yeah.
That'd be epic.
The archives, pretty much. Yeah.
That'd be. You see the old characters. You see old Toontown. It's like all the old Mickey Mouses and stuff.
Man.
And then you got the old ones looking for work. Betty Boo and shit. She like on her last end. She all hoe out and shit.
Jessica
that shit be
Rabbit.
tight, man. Because you got the new cartoons coming in.
Tight.
Can you imagine that shit? Betty Boo
could.
be out of work. She be like, boo boo be doo 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 doo. Like nigga, she's done, bruh.
Yo, B, real talk. Did you know Betty Boop was a black woman?
No.
Talking for her?
No. The dude fell in love with this black woman. You can Google her right now, the original Betty Boop. And it's a red bone black chick with these little curls. He was in love with her.
Tight.
And created that character after her.
Tight.
Tight.
Bugged out, mom. Yeah, somebody put me on the other day. I was like, wow.
That's epic. That'd be tight though.
Man, speaking of cartoons, man, you still got your PS4?
Yeah. It was
Man, download the Pluto TV app. They have a network on this free channels and stuff. It's
I
like
got
100
Pluto.
channels.
I got it on my laptop.
They got a channel on there called before school cartoons and after school cartoons, like 24 hours of like old school cartoons all the way back from the 20s to now.
Yeah.
And then the other one, like they show like anime and stuff from like the 70s to like now, and then like the classic cartoons that we grew up on, and then before that era. So like different eras, like
No, I got it. I got it on the
cartoons.
laptop.
So,
I downloaded it on my laptop.
I was just watching it the other day, and I was like, man, this is dope. I got something to look at now, and this every day is no infomercials, nothing, just straight cartoons.
I just downloaded
It's tight.
the Defenders.
Yeah.
Remember the cartoon?
Oh, Defenders of the Earth.
Yeah,
Okay.
Defenders of the Earth.
Yeah, with the Phantom and all them.
shit,
Yeah.
That nigga needs to come back too.
They need to
They need to do a
something with
Phantom, man.
Yes, I'm
They
with
need
you.
to- they need to do-
The Pope characters, the Shadow, all that.
It's a lot of shit
Shadow,
that you
man.
can really do, man.
Baby Esther. Her name was Baby Esther. That's
Wow.
right there. That he saw her performing on stage. She was like a burlesque artist.
Mm.
She used to say boo boo be doo. So he flipped the script, lightened her up a little bit, and got a hit cartoon out of it.
All right.
Tell me that don't look exact. And that's before Betty Boop was out as a cartoon.
Sorry.
Crazy. Baby Esther.
I like it.
But Cool World, Toontown,
Cool
all
was
of
good.
that. Yeah.
I was going too.
Cool World.
Yeah, Brad Pitt and all. Yeah.
That'd be tight, man.
Cool World, underrated, man.
But I know this video went long as hell, so
It just happens like that,
I
man.
know.
Like we just.
But that's the real, man. That's what real people do, man. You don't sit there and look at a trailer and go, oh yeah, this looks tight. I can't wait to
Yeah.
watch it. So come back next year. No, we're gonna talk about some shit. We're gonna go into some other conversations. That's what people do, man.
Thanks for
That's what
sticking
you do when you
around.
come
All the
here,
people
man.
that stuck around till now, they still on here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
gotta love them.
we bring awareness to the channel, man. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what's up,
I
man.
enforce that. We bring awareness, man. So
Always.
you get knowledge and you get entertainment when you come here. That's what we do.
Tell me what you guys think about this mummy life, man. Does mummy look good? Does this teaser? I know it's a little short snippet, but what you guys think about it? What you guys expect?
Good 16 seconds though.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Sunday.
Like honestly, they could have just left that at that and just maybe go watch it.
Yeah.
Cause Russell Crowe's good enough for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video, share this video. I'm out, man. I'm J3.
Bonus Joe Genji.
Sadler Ward in the building.
Peace, love.